So now we'll go ahead. We have one more senior speaker, Mr. Girish Panicker. He is a senior training professional and he'll light about the challenges in the life insurance industry. We know that the life insurance industry is one of the biggest industry in our country, but life insurance industry is going through a lot of challenges like attrition rate of advisor or agent. There is a lot of mis-selling in life insurance industry. So he'll be talking about the next 15 minutes about the journey for the life insurance industry.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Actually, so as all of you are aware that certified financial planner, though many of us have done CFP, it's not easy to get into that profession. It's a big change from what has happened in India right now and what has to be done in future. Now to talk about change, I would like all of you to do a simple activity with me so that none of you sleep, right? The activity is very simple. When I say 1, you have to clap once, right? When I say 2, you have to clap twice. 3, thrice, and 4 times. And I'll come back in the order itself. 4, 3, 2 and 1. Simple?
Perfect.
We can do?
Yeah, sure.
1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. So simple now. So let's clap for all of us.
So you are the person who got more claps.
Yeah, 1 second. We're going to make a small twist now. This was fairly simple. Now when I say 1, you have to clap twice. When I say 2,
Four.
you have to clap once.
Now the turn.
When I say 3, you don't clap. And when I say 4, you clap thrice. You got it? 1 is 2, 2 is 1, 3 is no clap, and 4 is 3. Right? And we'll come back in the same order. 1, 2, 3,
Failed.
4, 4, 3,
Failed. Guru failed.
2, 1. Just see what happened. A small change in the way we wanted to clap, it was not easy. So the complete transition from what we have been doing right through to make a change, get into a practice that is going to be completely client oriented, that is going to be technical. I'm going to just talk about what happened in the insurance industry right from the beginning, what the insurance industry underwent, and why a CFP can actually make the change. Right? Before 2000, all of us knew only one name, LIC. Even for our address, it was LIC. Correct? No? Address proof also, it was LIC. But what people thought was from 1956, LIC was there. The penetration was very less. We need to get private players in so that we penetrate into the mass of India. And the debate started, you know when? It started in 1993 with the Malhotra committee. They debated for 6 years, 7 years, 8 years. I mean 6 years, no? To 1999, sorry, 6 years. And then only they decided that private people should come. How many of us are aware how insurance was done in India before independence?
400 companies.
Foreign companies. Like Prudential.
Yeah, we had about 256 companies. Most of them were private. We had about 55 BF companies. We had foreign companies, and all of these were private. None of them were government companies. And when India wanted to grow, they had to see from where do we get the funds. And they found that the funds are available only with all these companies. And they merged all these insurance companies and formed one company called LIC. And later they decided that even after so many years of independence, we are not able to penetrate to the masses, and we need definitely get the private companies. And in 1999 they formed the regulatory authority IRDA, which said that we will look into all the companies, private and LIC, and all will be under the guidance of IRDA. 2-3 years later, insurance, most of the people asked, what will you give me back? Kitna milega? Yeshtu sigute? Correct, no? And with ULIPs, that answered the question. It was very easy for the people to say, because the lock-in period was 3 years. The sales pitch of most of these agents was, you pay for 3 years, after that you don't pay. And you pay for 3 years, your money will double. That was the sales pitch which was used. I'm not saying by everybody, by most of the people. Things were good. Charges were extraordinarily high in the first years, which none of the people communicated to the customers. When things were good, nothing happened. But 2008, the crash came. And people found that they lost more than 50%, 60%, 70% of their money. And then they started asking questions. After that, the customers wanted to know what I paid, what I'm getting, and how are you not accountable for that even today. Then IRDA started bringing a lot of rules. They made a fantastic change in the ULIPs. They reduced the charges drastically. They made it customer friendly. They made the lock-in period from 3 years to 5 years. They said you can surrender right from year 1. Only thing you'll get the money after 5 years. So they made it very customer friendly. Because what mistakes happened earlier, it had to be corrected. They changed the exam structure also. The exams were made a little stricter, and they made the pass percentage 50%. But they found that most of the people were not passing. You need a lot of people to get into the industry. They reduced it again from 50% to 35%. Again, people started passing. But here you see, ULIPs became good actually. ULIPs were good at that point of time. It was customer friendly. But what happened? People started selling ULIPs. Stopped selling ULIPs. They continued selling traditional products. It went from companies up to 90-95% of traditional products and 5% or 10% of unit-linked products. Earlier it was ulta. When ULIPs were not good, the charges were very high. People were selling ULIPs because the commissions were very high. Now when the product is good for the customer, it did not sell because it is not good for the seller. Ultimately, who's losing?
Client.
Companies are gaining, the agents were gaining, but the client is losing. Simple reason. Commission took precedence over the client. Nobody was interested in the client. They was interested how I need to move forward. Now there is a proposal by IRDA saying that when an insurance agent is giving a proposal, you have to give a need analysis saying how did you match this particular product. It's still in the proposal stage. It might take time, but they are trying to bring these changes also. And they're going to ask for reasons, how are you matching this particular product for that particular client. So a need analysis which every certified financial planner takes it as his basic requirement is now slowly being tried to implement in the insurance industry as well. Now if you see the kind of agents that are coming into the insurance industry, in 2010 you had about 29 lakh agents. In 2014 it came to 21.59 lakhs, and 2015 it came to 20.46. It is going to reduce even more. With more and more insurance companies coming in, you're going to find that the advisors are going to be less and less, because it's not like earlier. It's not like earlier. And most of the companies are struggling to get advisors. They are saying that you can make that money, this money. But unless a person follows a particular process, you are not going to stay in the system for long. And all the people who had followed, made whichever company, if you had started following the process right in the beginning, those people are still surviving, doing wonderful job. So this is the opportunity that every certified financial planner has, because if you find that there are more than 21 lakh advisors just for selling insurance, if a financial planning person giving a complete comprehensive product, the requirement is very high. But are we ready to take up that requirement? That change is what is required from each one of us. The way forward is only customer. Like most of the speakers spoke before me, it is not the product, it is not the company, it is the client focus completely. And that is where the CFP person, now it's up to you how you're going to take this forward. Be the change, stand out among the crowd and become a CFP. Now there was a question which asked, what is the, if I get a job, what will be the pay? Today I was surprised to see there is a requirement for Tata EIA, zonal training managers, CFP, minimum 2 papers they have to clear. Companies are changing. I worked for a company called Invest India Micro Pensions as AVP Learning and Development prior to when I quit and became a complete freelance trainer. The requirement was very clear. You should have worked as a training manager, you must be a CFP. Very clear, you must be a CFP. Times are changing and the companies are recognizing the need of the CFP, and if you are there and if you can make the change, I'm sure you can make an impact. Now let me tell you what I did with CFP. I passed my CFP in 2011. I have not practiced at all. I have not practiced, and rather than giving just some few financial planning for my near ones and for my friends. But what? The job that I got in Invest India Micro Pensions as AVP Learning and Development is only because of CFP. Today I do freelance training, I do management training, I do sales training, and at the same time my future is, just like KEYUR is doing the training programs to ensure that most of you pass and clear the exam, my endeavor is to take the financial planning knowledge to the masses which it actually matters. If you find the housewives, they are the ones who manage the money. They may not be educated, but they are the ones who manage the money at home. Now if you can actually take this to them, they'll do a better job in managing their finances. Probably at least they will not get carried away by people who say that you might get good returns in something or something. At least that knowledge I want to give, especially housewives and the low income group people. That is my target focus, wherein it's not the plans that I give, but I'll be conducting sessions wherein I'll educate them so that they are not carried away by people. So that's all from my side. Thank you.
Any quick questions? If any.
No technical things or no questions, right?
Thank you very much, Girish ji, for
Thank you so much.
coming and sharing your opinion.